What's going on, traders? This is Jack with the Trading Tribe. Welcome back here on the channel for another tip and trick trading related. We're going to go through really how I like to manage risk on my swing trades. I'll also sometimes do this on day trades as well, so pretty much applies across the board to my trading. But wanted to walk through how I am able to manage risk effectively in these multi-day swings and just kind of my thought process on kind of why I manage this way. And we'll use Tesla as kind of a perfect example of that because I am mid trade on a swing trade. I'm up about $700 as of now in this swing trade. If we look here at the left hand side, right, we can kind of break down my trade idea. Essentially, we can see that Tesla is kind of setting up for a breakout of this 362 key level, right? We have multiple touches here, which is extremely bullish, right? Think of it as we're bumping up against this ceiling. And if we're able to get through that ceiling, I do think we can have a really nice move higher as Tesla has been above 362 in the past. So that's really kind of the main idea, just trying to play Tesla essentially back up to that key level. On the hourly here on the left-hand side, we took Tesla up on this move, and I have a video on my channel there kind of breaking down how I was able to take that trade. This is essentially just the next leg of this uptrend, and I was able to buy last night, and essentially am taking the move higher yet again. And what I like to do in these swing trades in terms of risk is I initially will have risk set based on my idea. And so when I entered, I had that stop loss just under the low, aiming for that target. So you can see my bracket order here in ThinkorSwim is where my stop and target are as of now. But my stop loss started just under these lows. After I purchased it, right, I had that stop loss based on the hourly chart. And then what I'll typically do is once a trade gets about halfway to my target, which is about 350 or about right now, right, we can see we're about halfway of the move. We've had a really nice uptrend this morning on the 1-minute chart. And we will notice right now I have my stop loss right at break even. And that's by design. That's what I'll typically do once a trade really begins working and is really going in my favor. In this case, right at about halfway is typically where I will do this, but I'll essentially take risk off the table. And there's a couple really nice benefits to this. First of which is if Tesla does turn around, which it always can, right? No trade is perfect. And even if a trade is working, right, it can still turn around. Now I'm not going to have a loss. So the first really big benefit of this is if Tesla does get choppy or does start downtrending and my idea was wrong, now I am not going to lose money on the trade. And so that's kind of a mental bonus to doing this. But another reason is we don't want to give profit back, right? So as a trade begins to work, I like to do this also to lock in gains. And so as Tesla moves higher, I will potentially move this stop loss higher as well. So think of this as the first adjustment, if you will, to the stop loss is break even, right at around halfway. If Tesla continues trending higher today, which it's looking like it will, right? We are on a really nice 1-minute uptrend, so we're seeing a ton of buyers in the market as of now. It's around 9:30 Central Time. If buying continues, right, and it continues trending, that's where I'll continue tightening my stop loss, right, and maximizing the gains on the profit. And so that's actually what I did on the first trade. If you watch that video here on the channel, you'll see I had an extremely tight stop loss because Tesla was about 80% to target. And so by that point, right, I had an extremely tight stop loss that got me out just when the structure kind of broke. And that's typically how I'll do it. I'll make sure when a trade is close to target, I am at least getting out for flat if that trade does turn around. This has been a huge kind of breakthrough in my trading that I found a few years into trading. And I was running into just issues with, hey, I'm in a trade, I've had the trade on for a couple days. It's almost to target. And then a lot of those trades would end up turning around and getting me out for my full loss. And that's avoidable with this risk management strategy. And this is how a lot of the pros will end up managing risk. Just as the trade evolves, so does your risk levels and kind of what you're risking on the trade. There definitely is kind of an art to this, so feel free to leave any comments down below if you have any. This is just how I typically do my risk management, especially for my swing trades. I like to monitor the trades as they are working, and then I like to essentially drag that stop loss up on these uptrends to kind of maximize the gain or the reward from these trades as well. If you have any questions, again, feel free to leave those down below. Like and subscribe to the channel for a lot more content like this. And hopefully this helps everyone out there that is trying to manage risk a little bit better. Thanks, everyone.